Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how to do an edit in the style of Susan Burnstine. So the first thing that you'll notice with her pictures is that they are square. So you'll need to copy, sorry I don't mean copy, I mean crop your picture. And to use the crop tool, it's this one on the left, or you can press C on your keyboard, C for crop. And then I'm going to click and drag until I've got a square shape. I'm actually going to cut the end off that glass there because I think that looks a bit more interesting and this fits more with the rule of thirds. So I'm going to click that, press OK, and the next thing is that all of her pictures are in black and white. So we're going to go to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, Black and White, press OK, and then I'm going to adjust some of the settings here. So depending on the colour you've got, you can choose which parts you would like. The greens in black, a bit darker, the blues a bit darker or lighter. There's not many blues in this picture, so it doesn't make much difference. Any purples, or you can use auto, and that should balance out the amount of dark and the amount of light. So that's under the adjustments there. I'm going to go back to layer at the bottom, double click on that. I've got my black and white layer. What I need to do next is duplicate this first layer. So I can press Ctrl and J to duplicate, or I can right click and duplicate layer and press OK. Now she has a zoom effect on hers, so you can use a filter, and the filter is at the top, and it is blur and then radial blur. Okay, so there's all different types of blur, but you want the radial one. Now the way it blurs it is depending on your settings that you've chosen here. So the method to spin it would look like that, and to zoom would look like that. Hers look like they've been zoomed in, so we're going to choose zoom, and the amount is up to you. I'm just going to use 30 for the time being and see how that looks. So I'll press OK, and it adds a little bit of a zoom. And what I'm going to do then is change the opacity. So if I drag this slider down, it makes very little difference. Now if I drag it about 50%, you can start to see some of the zoom coming through. I'm going to drag it to about 30% again, and then I'm going to go back to layer 1. I'm going to duplicate that layer and drag it up above layer 2. Okay, so it'll go layer 1 copy, layer 1 copy 2, and I'm going to do the same on that. I'm going to go to filter, blur, radial blur, and this time I'm going to increase this a little bit more to maybe 50%. Okay, and press OK, and then I'm going to do the same. I'm going to get the opacity and drag that down and see how it looks at about 30%, maybe 40%. 40%. I'm looking for the picture to still be quite clear because I still want some of that original picture to be visible. So this layer is set to 30%, this layer is set to 40%. You can do this as many times as you want until you're happy. Now, I don't think this looks too far away from Susan Burnstine's photographs, but I'd like to try another layer. So I'm going to click on layer 1, right click, duplicate layer. Okay, drag that up to there. Filter, blur, radial blur, and this time I'm going to increase that quite far to maybe 70%. So each layer gradually blurs more and more. So that's quite dramatic. And then again, put the opacity down. I'm just going to drag it until I can see some of the original picture underneath. I really would like to be able to see this part. I'm going to go for that. I think the edges look really nice like that. So I'm going to leave that at 50%. Now the other thing I can do, if I want part of the middle bit to be a bit clearer, which I do because I want to draw the eye into the middle, this rose that I really like, on this top layer, I can add a layer mask. So I click on here. Oh, clicked it twice, didn't mean to do that. Delete. I can add that layer mask. So this button at the bottom next to FX is the layer mask. And remember how to use the mask? We click on the mask, press B for brush. Make sure the brush is black by pressing X on your keyboard to swap that to the black at the front. And I'm going to make the brush bigger by using the brackets on my keyboard next to P. And I'm going to make the brush as soft as possible on the edges, okay? So if I start to click away on that layer, the rose becomes a bit clearer. I could do the same on this layer, I'll see how that looks. So layer mask, my brush is set. I'm going to click a little bit there. And I could do it again on this one. So layer mask. So where the black is here, it's revealing the layers underneath. So I'm going to click it one last time, and that looks nice and sharp right in the middle of the rose, but the edges look really blurred, like they're zooming in. So that's what we're looking for, okay?